June 24, 2023. That is my cat, Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes. Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes, the name of my cat. About to go on a hike. All right, it's Saturday, June 24th, 2023. You guessed it, my hike and my jog was 1 hour and 25 minutes and 27 seconds, 39 of a millisecond. I jog about 8 minutes of it at a fast pace. And then I slow down my jog for the rest of the time. So I'm gonna move that up to 10 minutes. Then eventually I'm gonna move up the fast jog to 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna move up the fast jog to probably 20 minutes or so. And then the entire jog would be about an hour 25 or so. Probably about the same with the pattern that I'm finding here. The reason why I'm doing this is because it's hot outside. So it's 1 hour and 25 minutes and 27 seconds, which is still pretty good, 39 of a millisecond. An hour and 25. Hour and 25 minutes. All right, so we'll look at steps tomorrow. Just want to tell you, this is what I use. The brand name is weird. It's like a Kelty. K-E-L-T-Y. I'll try to kind of show it to you. K-E-L-T-Y. That's what it is right here. Now, when you're doing this, you want to have the water pack with you, but always make sure, and I always tell everybody this when they do it, because it can kill you. If you don't have water and you're out there in the heat, you will die. You'll be certain to die because of heat exhaustion. So it'll kill you. It has been known to kill people. Okay, the heat index can be up to 100 or even higher. So get plenty of water. Good to go. She'll come back, kitty. All right, kitty. Just wanted to make sure you understood the rules. Here's the food. This should be okay for now. Got plenty of water. You have the scratching post to sharpen your nails. That way you can kill mice if one happens to intrude. Same with the rats. Here's your condo. It is a 2-level condo, and it's a good one. Take advantage of it. You can have the remote control, don't knock it over. And this right here is the Whale Shark Tunnel. And it's fun. So, you started your activity. Enjoy your day. All right, 180,764 miles. 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It came and touched the steering wheel. 104 degrees Fahrenheit is what the car's reading in the state of Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. June 24, 2023. And welcome back to the Please Subscribe show. If this is your first time, welcome. It is a hot one. I could barely think. I did make it on the hike. I just couldn't put off another day. I think I went yesterday too. You know, the heat just wipes your memory away. But anyway, yeah, it was hot. I did an hour and 25 minutes and jogging and hiking and stuff like that. Usually, sometimes when it gets cooler in the wintertime, you can go a couple hours, you know. But my goal right now is to get cardio, as in fast-paced jogging, a real healthy pace jogging, almost a run, to about 20 minutes. So I got up to 8 minutes of just really jogging, you know, where I'm really breathing and I'm really getting there for about 8 minutes. And then the next time we're going to go a little bit further, try to get up to 10 minutes. And then get it up to 15 minutes. And then a quick pace, a quick jog pace for about 20 minutes. Okay, that's good. You can get cardio up to 20 or 30 minutes daily. You're in good shape. Now, the rest of the run, because I continue, you're right. So I go on like a hike. It's kind of like doing an elliptical kind of thing out there. I move my arms like this, you know. I'm moving my arms like this, you know. And I'm really, really stretching my body and moving, you know, just kind of really getting in there and really moving around. And I do that for about an hour and 20 minutes. Well, hour and 25 minutes today. And then, like I say, I take off with a quick one. So we go about 8 minutes. We're going to move that up to about 10 minutes, hopefully. Eventually up to 15, then up to 20 minutes. And then continue that hour and 25 minutes or so. Now, if I go a long path, then I can get up to 2 hours. The longest that I've gone, well, I'll tell you about that in a minute, but I did do a 2 hour and 25 minute one. And then I did a 13-mile hike. That's what Apple iPod Touch was saying, known as the iTouch. That one, I got up to about 13 miles, but I think it was further because it was not reading right on the steps. Because I was doing 7 miles and it was only reading 5.5 on the steps. So I probably did 15 miles that day. That's marathon training, you know. And that was a tough one. I had to get a ride halfway back. I thought I was going to die of a heat stroke. It was really bad. I stopped off at the Civil War Museum right off the highway. I headed towards the lake at Lake Worth. It was tough. And the guy gave me some water when he saw me. I was very pale, and my stomach was feeling nauseous, and my sweat was weird. It was getting weird, you know. Sometimes I say you stop sweating on a heat stroke. So I sat there in the Civil War Museum, and he gave me some water, and I told him my situation. He said, yeah, I can give you a drive. I can give you a ride. I can drive you. And he drove me, well, his friend actually was picking him up. His friend drove me pretty much just right down the block where I lived at a park, and it dropped me off there, and I walked back another mile just so they could get back on the highway. It was a tough day. That was a while back. I remember talking about that day. That was the same day that, I don't want to get into the whole Latino cop stopping me and asking me about it, the loud noise and all this weird stuff, but I don't know, man. I don't want to get into the whole police thing. I don't see it the same eye to eye as Alex Kendrick does in The Courageous. And Alex Kendrick, you know, he does talk about police corruption in Courageous, so it is mentioned. He's saying that it is there. So he's acknowledging police corruption. Because there is corruption, you know. But there's no reason to sit there and beat it to death with, you know, I don't really know the saying, but there's no let dead dogs lie, you know. Let the dead dogs lie. But we got to be aware of it. There needs to be eternal affair. And what we have to do, if I lift off with the New Liberty Party, is to strengthen the eternal affair and to have wise people. Look at this right here. Perfect right there, just perfect. It's a McLean truck, probably a Yankee truck. But to find people that are wise about monitoring what the police do, people that know psychology, people that understand behavior and understand what is right, okay, and what is wrong, okay, and not people that are money-minded and greedy. Do you see the difference? Marty Leonard Chapel was started by a guy named E. Fay Jones. He was the apprentice of Frank Lloyd Wright. And that's what that is right there you're looking at. It's a church. It's Marty Leonard Chapel. It's a community chapel and also a wedding chapel. And they have a Lena Pope home. Go see it. There's cats there. They got cats that run around. There's a groundkeeper that takes care of the cats. We're going to get salad at Central Market. There's your protein, Daddy. Look at this, so this blue cheese, so this comes off like that. It doesn't even work. How much is on this right here? Doesn't come off. All right, let's get the crackers. So we do 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Whoa. Scratch-made muffins coming 2 for 4. 2 for 5. Or 4 if you're English. Or 5 if you're American. All right, so we've got another high school reunion or something. Everyone's wearing white. I don't know what it is, but they do bring in a lot of people here. So it's a Hilton Garden, and here's some of this right here. But I'm gonna put down this for about 1,000 calories. The mushrooms and the pepper and the blue cheese and the boiled egg and the chicken and all the other goody stuff. So I'm putting this down for 1,000, and then I got a little bit of Coke Zero, which is 0 calories, and then we've got 50, 100, and 150. So 1150 for everything. Okay. First, with the yolk. So since it's only 1 egg, it's no big deal. What I'm gonna do, I'm kind of a stand-up comedian. What I'm gonna do is I'm kind of gonna go like this. Because it's only 1 egg, it's not enough cholesterol to really kill you. But if you're doing like 6 eggs, then you probably want the yolk. But if it's just 1 egg, then it's okay to have the yolk. But it does taste kind of funny. The yolk does. This is the protein part, the good part right here. Mushroom. Another mushroom. Pepperoni. It's really good. The pepperoni part's really good. Very good. Very good stuff. Lemonade. I'm gonna try some lemonade and a Coke Zero. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. It's a protest song, and it always will be a protest song. Because when I sing that song, I protest your judgment. When I sing Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Or wretch, okay, yeah, because other people judge it. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. For the English majors. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I can see. That's my protest against your judgment. So when you judge me, that's what I say. I say, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Everybody get out. All right. All right, Sam Elliott. What do you think about Amazing Grace? Here's our characters right here. We got Critter the cat. There's Critter. And our little teardrop, or drop of water, whatever you want to call it. Little drop of water. What do you think, Sam Elliott? Well, Cole, I've always been fond of that song, Amazing Grace. I like the fact that you're doing number 4 Harding University Concert Choir. You know, one thing I always tell people is, before I got into the voiceovers and doing Campbell's Soup and the Wolf Chili and all the wonderful commercials I've done all my life, I used to sing that song. I used to sing that song in choir. Look at that husband. He's a heck of a husband. His wife's back there. Heck of a marriage. All right. This is Fort Worth. Welcome to Fort Worth, everybody. Man. Never seen anything like that in my life. I have seen stuff like that in Irving, where married couples stand on the side of the sidewalk. They're actually separated, though. One's on one median and the other one's on the other, so they're not together right now. They don't do as well if they're together than if they're separated. Anyway, we're headed to DFW Horizons. There's the kitty, Critter. And there's Fort Worth.
DFW Airport, Cole. Dang good airport, I have to say. Out of all the airports in the world, DFW International, Dallas Fort Worth, by far the best.
Well, thanks so much there, Sam Elliott. I do appreciate that. Well, a lot of people do appreciate DFW and all the fine things that DFW can offer. It's got a thing called Skylink.
Yeah, I heard about Skylink. I heard people doing it.
We don't want to talk about that. But Skylink runs pretty much the entire time the airport's open, which is pretty much 24/7. They used to have a roly-poly one that ran around. I don't even know if it had a name, but you jumped on it and went to terminal to terminal, and you could ride that any time. You actually got to go through TSA to get on Skylink.
I didn't know that. You got to go through TSA to get on the Skylink?
Yeah, you have to get on TSA to get on the Skylink. It's some kind of thing that they do, you know. Since 9/11, things... Hey, Samuel, you didn't know I was right there in 9/11. I was right there September 11th, 2001 in New York. I went to the New School University, Actor Studio Drama School. Bradley Cooper was my peer.
You're kidding me. You're telling me Bradley Cooper and you went to the same school?
Yeah, Actor Studio Drama School at the New School University in New York City. I was there right there on September 11th. After that is when they started TSA to protect everyone. Look, there's the flag.
Nothing like old glory.
Still there. It can be useful at times. I guess that thing's meant to be. Hey, old guy, how you doing? When you're doing this, always do a check. Check everything in the back and the front. And then if there's anything in the trunk, pop the trunk and check to see if anything's in the trunk. We got a place here, boom, putting it back, good to go. And then head on. Temple Shalom. And I don't know what that is. They're now unrolling though, right there. I don't know what they're unrolling though. Let me check it out. The reason I say that is because they have a sign right here. Yeah, I was I was listening to Anastasia. It's really cool. It's got this like Russian montage kind of thing. A princess, it's an orphan girl. They hold auditions for this missing princess, and it turns out that the orphan girl gets the part. The only thing is she's really the princess. It's that kind of thing. Oh, it's a Holy Trinity. Oh, I see. Pretty sure that's probably close to Catholic, but I don't know for sure. It says Holy Trinity, so you don't really know till you ask them if they're Catholic. But the Catholic are supposed to be Reformed, so we can't judge. I know how I am. I know how I get. But that my mom, even my own mother, told me not to trust the Catholic. My mom thinks that there's going to be like an end time thing. It's all going to come from the Germany and from the Catholic. That's what my mom told me. Like the end time army or whatever it may be is going to be Catholic and from Germany. And they're not going to be Reformed. The Reformed Catholic are more like the Protestants, so they believe basically in Jesus Christ only. Only Jesus Christ, which is what you should only believe in. Not even really, you shouldn't even have a crucifix. You should just have Jesus Christ in your heart. All right, so I decided to go to the Galleria, and we're going to try like a new logistic kind of thing. Because really what this job is about is logistics, if you know what logistics are. Not linguistics, but it does consider linguistics. All things do. So if you're an English major, you're pretty lucky because you can write yourself out of anything. But logistics have to do with point A to point B. That's pretty much what logistics has to do with. If you're good with logistics, then you know about point A and point B. And time is another thing. And distance. Tennessee Williams talked about that. Tennessee Williams talked about a very important phrase that I always mess up every time. I always see, he says the longest time is a point between two places or something of that nature. But I used to say time is the longest point between two places. It's kind of what he said. You have to get it right word for word to really understand it. But what he was talking about was that time is the longest distance between two places. Like it takes time to get from one place to another in life, is what he was talking about. They're from Oklahoma, and they're from Florida. All the way. Time is the distance between two places, is what I say. I don't know exactly what Tennessee Williams said, but he said something of that nature. He was talking about time and he's talking about distance. It's in Glass Menagerie. You have to see it to understand it. Banana Republic entrance. Once you enter here, right through there, you see that sign in the blue garage, second floor. Watch. Level 1's not the one. You go down to the second one, underneath the Banana Republic, you head straight through. You'll see it on the second level. Take Banana Republic, take that right here. The mall I bought Angel's wedding ring at. Well, engagement ring. This is a cool New York thing right here. Oh, great. I was watching Carla. James and Carla and their dog Hudson. They cover New York almost every day. Their stuff is wonderful. She has a book too.